times a client would say, you know, I read the temperament test, and then when I got the puppy, it's totally different than what the temperament says.
Absolutely.
And so what do you think happened?
Well, there's a lot of different things that can happen there. Number one, remember, a temperament test is just a snapshot of that window in time. There are some things that can play on that. We always try to set up the temperament test to be done during the time we'll get the most accurate results.
Right.
But you know what? We all have off days. Sometimes puppies do too. They may not feel good. They may have just eaten a big meal and be feeling kind of lazy.
So we can't 100% bank everything on that one little temperament test.
But it's the biggest thing that
is a little idea of what we're dealing with.
Absolutely, but it also depends. You know, if I get a puppy in a temperament test that says it has, it's really, really motivated by treats, but then let's say the first time someone offers it a treat later, it actually gets stepped on. It's not going to want to take treats anymore after that because
like
it's just
absolutely associated that with a negative behavior, a negative experience. So what I'm hearing is that every experience that our puppies have during that time needs to be very, very positive.
And actually, one of my favorite phrases that I learned in the people who taught this to me was, whether you teach the puppy or not at this phase, it doesn't matter, they're still learning. They are a sponge right now, so whether you're teaching them or not, they are still learning. So this is the time for you to teach them what you want them to know.
Take every opportunity, and that's what we're trying to do.
Absolutely, and we do that until 49 days. Well, we continue that beyond that, but up until 49 days. And we let the mom take an active role in this too, because she absolutely is their best teacher. She is the best one that's able to teach them discipline and how to be a dog and species-specific communication that then we rely on to use for teaching them training later.
So they can get pick up good things and bad things from mom.
Absolutely, they sure can, but we watch that really closely too to make sure we're learning all the right stuff and we're getting our puppies learning the right things. But because we know that at 49 days, the brain development is done. That brain development is complete there. That's the best time to get a snapshot of what that puppy's personality is like right now.
And that's why you and Hillary come over and do the temperament evaluations on those babies.
At that age, because that's going to be our snapshot. Prior to that, there's still a lot of changes taking place and a lot of learning taking place that can make lots of differences in what we would see in those results. After 49 days, the brain's kind of what the brain is going to be right there. We've got the adult brain. Now we can do training to adjust what we see in those results, but that's kind of the instinct of the puppy, what we see right then.
I love how you told us before that a dog, a puppy, is like a blank canvas, and that we can like paint and we can create.
Yeah, the way I explain that with clients a lot of times is a puppy is like a blank canvas, and your temperament test results are the paints that you're allowed to use with that puppy. If you have a puppy that has very, very low energy, and at that point we don't see is super motivated by treats and is maybe a little bit nervous, we can do lots of things to work with that, but that's the canvas and the paint that we have to work with. Now, how I apply that paint, which are those temperament traits, to that canvas is going to vary and be very, very different. You could have the same canvas and the same paint as I'm given, but our pictures are going to look very different in the end. And that's because what you do with the paint is going to be very different than what I do. And so we could take the exact same puppies with the exact same temperament test results and end up with very different adult dogs because we are going to apply the paint in very different ways.
That's why a lot of times a client would say, you know, I read the temperament test, and then when I got the puppy, it's totally different than what the temperament says. And if you have any questions about the topic that we had here today, send them in, comment. We'd be glad to answer them. And if you have any questions that you want us to discuss in a future video blog, go ahead and send those in. We'd be happy to address those. And everything's about just growing, educating ourselves. You know, we're all about, you know, loving God, loving people, loving dogs. And so everything we do is going to be focused on that.